Bridge of Arta. The Bridge of Arta is the most important of all Greek stone bridges for its rare architecture and the legends about it spread all over the Balkan Peninsula. With a length of 145 metres and 4 uneven arches, the bridge joins the two banks of the river Arachthos. The asymmetry of the 4 semicircular arches, neither of which has the same diameter as the others, and the smaller arches add aesthetic value. The width of the cobbled pathway, which also rises asymmetrically, reaches 3.75 metres. The largest arch, which due to its opening was more precarious, for an unknown reason was demolished and rebuilt during the Ottoman period in 1612. The work lasted 3 years, and the new arch became even higher. It is precisely the reconstruction of the high arch that gave birth to the legend about the master builder's wife and the folk song. The central meaning of both the legend and the folk song, developed in the pre-industrial society, is that great human achievements demand hard work and dedication, and even sacrifices and pain to be accomplished.
The rivers make the land prosperous and feed the family. Arachthos is our god, although when it floods, the rush of its waters can cause great harm. When it is calm, we cross it by water. When it is flooded, it becomes impassable. We always think of ways to bridge it.
The Lucky Grocer. In 1612, the high arch fell and had to be rebuilt. The construction works lasted 3 years and were completed in 1615. At this time, the myth of the lucky grocer from Arta, Yannis Theakiyannis, is found. Spending only his money and without accepting assistance, he had repaired the bridge, which was more than 400 years old. But where did he find so much money? They say that the grocer bought from Algerian pirates a few jars of oil, which were stolen from a shopkeeper. These had under the oil, which stood on the surface, countless golden coins. So the grocer got rich. Since then, the visitors cross the Theakiyani Street to cross the Bridge of Arta. The Legend of the Bridge of Arta.
How many times have I heard my grandfather and my father, themselves great master builders, from whom I learned my craft, talk about it in despair, that pedestals of the bridge show how many times our ancestors tried since the time of King Pyrrhus to bridge the stormy Arachthos. Until today, every effort has failed, but the human and animal losses kept calling us to bridge the waters.
The Sacrifice. 45 builders and 60 apprentices were building the foundations to a bridge on the river of Arta. They built all day, and every night their work crumbled away. The builders and apprentices began to weep and mourn their wasted work.
Worthless is all our work and toil. A doom is on our labor. We build all day, and every night our work crumbles away.
A little bird flew by. It settled on the farther bank. It did not sing like any bird. It sang not like a swallow. It sang and spoke with a little human voice.
Unless you make a human a ghost, your bridge will never stand. But do not destroy an orphan, a stranger, or a traveler. Destroy instead the lovely wife of your own master builder, who comes each morning late, and late again each evening comes.
The master builder heard this, and he sickened unto death. He sends a message to his wife by bird, a nightingale.
Let her come slowly and bring me late my dinner. Let her come slowly and cross the bridge of Arta.
But the bird misheard and misdelivered what the master builder asked, and said,
"Oh, come now quickly, and bring him soon his dinner. Oh, come now quickly, and cross the bridge of Arta."
Now she appears and comes in sight upon the gleaming pathway. The master builder sees her come. His heart breaks into fragments. From far she greets him, and from near she speaks to them.
Joy, health to you, you builders, and to you, apprentices. But why is the master builder so downcast? And why so silent?
His ring has fallen below the first arch of the bridge. And who will go? And who will go? And bring him out his ring?
Builder, do not lament, for I will fetch it up to you, and I will go and bring you out your ring.
She was down and had not reached the middle of the river when she asked,
Pull up the chain, my love. Pull up the chain and me together. I have turned over all the places, but have not found anything.
One spread the mortar, one smoothed with the trowel, and the master builder seized a rock and hurled it down upon her.
Alas, our fate, our destiny. Alas, our great misfortune. We were 3 sisters, with evil dooms predestined. One of us built the Danube Bridge, and one of us the Euphrates, and I, the youngest of the 3, I built the bridge of Arta. May this bridge shake like a leaf in the wind, so may it shake and tremble, and as the leaves fall from the trees, so may the travelers tumble.
Woman, woman, leave off your words, and let your curse be altered. For you have but one brother, and he may one day cross this bridge.
And the apprentices spoke and said,
If the high mountains tremble, let this bridge then tremble. If the wild birds fall from the sky, let the traveler tumble. For I have one brother in foreign lands, and he may cross this bridge.
The Kingdom of Greece. In 1881, the Arachthos River functioned as a natural border between the Kingdom of Greece and the Ottoman Empire. The 2-story neoclassical building next to the fertile plain of Arta, which was built in 1864 by an Austrian architect, functioned initially as a bridge bastion. With the liberation of Arta in 1881, the building functioned as a Turkish border post. Arta, 7th of October 1912. Daily newspaper, Embroche. Very rarely one can live situations like these, where the joy of the heart is beating like a drum. After the Greek army in Epirus stayed inactive for 1 whole day since the declaration of the war, finally it started to move into the enemy territory around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now that the headquarters ordered to respond to the enemy fire, the machine starts to move in full frenzy. When the Turks shot and killed a Greek soldier passing through the Punari village, our officers responded immediately with fire. Both the army and the people in Arta were in a state of utter enthusiasm as the regiments were passing by the marketplace, being directed to their positions. Every regiment was greeted with applause and cheering, as the people realised that it was about to become an eyewitness of what was the dream of the Hellenes. Enslaved for 400 years under the Turkish yoke, the first breath into freedom was seconds away. Shopkeepers have closed their shops and occupied all the nearby positions, not to miss the irreversible, unrepeatable, this utterly unique moment. Around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, all felt shivers of excitement in their bodies as guns started to shoot against the enemy positions, against the Immeret and the bridge, 10,000 cannon shots. Covered by the artillery, the infantry led by 4 officers invaded through the river and captured the Immeret without any resistance. Both infantry and artillery started to move towards the town of Philippiava, and despite finding resistance there, they will forward to Ioannina. No doubt about that. In the meantime, while we were all here witnessing the liberation taking place in front of our eyes after 400 of barbaric slavery and darkness, the victorious Greek army conquered the many defensive positions due to the bravery of our soldiers. charming asymmetry. Taking a closer look at the Bridge of Arta, the visitor realised that the bridge arches, supported on pedestals, have different diameters, which give to the structure a charming asymmetry. Above the pedestals are small arched openings in the walls, which lighten the weight of the bridge and act as relief holes, allowing a large amount of water to pass through them in case of overflowing of the river. The footings of the bridge are built with large regular stones, while the arches and the rest of the superstructure are built with smaller stones. The roadway of the bridge is cobbled and is raised above the large arch, so that both sides of the bridge are sloping levels. The traditional bridges built by Greek craftsmen, famous for their masterpieces, are a landmark of Epirus, often called the Land of Bridges.